The next skill that we're gonna go over is hockey stops and J stops. Now, really, I just have it labeled on the board as complex stops. So basically anything that's not a scissor stop or a T stop, I would consider to be a complex stop. Complex stops, like I said, anything outside of a scissor stop where I drop that toe, or if I was doing it backwards and I push that toe into the ground, or anything that's not a T stop, right? Where I'm dragging my wheels and I'm performing that T stop. You can even do your T stop backwards. You drag it like that, drag it right here. Anything outside of that, I would consider to be a complex stop. There's other versions and ways to stop, but starting off fundamentally, beginners, those are your two go-tos, I would say. You want the scissor stop for starters, especially if you got the big toe plug, and then you want to graduate to a T stop, which should be one of the first ways you learn how to stop if you don't have the big toe plug. That way, you're not relying on tearing up your skate in order to stop. So hockey stops, J stops, plow stops, whatever you want to call all these different things. I'm just going to show you a couple techniques. I roughly know some of the names, but really I'm more focused on the technique. So if I butcher the names or get it wrong or make something up, oh well, all right. Here's a hockey stop, I believe. So going backwards, and then I push my back foot out. I'm gonna do it coming towards you so you can see. And I push my back foot. I push my back foot out, okay? So let's see. The first thing that you'll notice is, of course, I'm in my scissor position and then I turn this foot out and I start pushing it. Now what's happening here is I'm kind of in a lunge, right? So if you think about like a lunge position, I'm a little bit in a lunge. My weight is on this front leg, okay? And this back leg is pretty free. Like it's maybe got 10% of my entire body weight. I'm pretty much standing on this front leg. All right, so this is where single leg balance becomes very critical because you gotta have the confidence to actually hold yourself up on this back leg. Not because you're actually gonna be up on one foot, but because skill in that is gonna make how you apply your weight to your back foot a lot smoother and a lot easier. It's gonna make the whole technique cleaner, okay? So what I'm doing is I am simply, slowly, smoothly applying that weight, driving that weight into my back foot. The way I want you to think about this, I would assume that you've probably driven a car or maybe, you know, something where when you smash on the brakes, it would send you forward, right? You don't just smash on the brakes. Same thing here. I tell people all the time, let's use the scissor stop, for example. I tell people all the time, don't smash on the brakes. Don't scissor stop and plant that toe and then try to stay anchored to that one spot and force your body to stop on a dime like that. It's smooth. It's applied pressure over a period of time, over a certain distance, okay? So I'm slowly pushing out, and then that gets me my hockey stop, all right? The other stop that you can use is, I would call it a J stop. I'm pretty sure that's probably not the name either, but you basically curve to a stop, all right? So you're taking all your forward momentum and you're sending it into a slight circle, or think of it like a J, all right? In order to bring your momentum to a halt. Because physics, I don't understand the physics of it though. But that's how it works. All right, you see that I'm dropping my toe. You don't necessarily have to drop your toe if you don't want to. You can keep your foot flat. This is, of course, a more complex or advanced stop because for those of you who know what a compass spin is, it kind of resembles that a little bit, but I'm using it in order to stop, not as a trick to do for fun. So that's those stops. Some of the other more complex stops that I would say is once you're comfortable with that hockey, you're comfortable with your backwards tee, either turn your foot in, turn your foot in or out on that backwards T stop, plow stop, where I'm bringing my feet together and applying weight to my outside edges to bring myself to a stop. Also, you can plow stop with one foot forward. So kind of like I bring one foot out and it's almost like a forward or reverse hockey stop, right? So instead of going backwards and pushing out this way, I'm going forward and pushing out in front. I don't know what that stop is called. That one might be like a half plow stop or something too. But that's another one that I do. And then other than that, like some of the more advanced stops would be like sliding on 2 feet. So like a 2-foot hockey stop, I guess. Or you can even do it on 1 foot if you get really comfortable with it. I'm not very good at that one, but I'll try one more time. Almost bust my butt, but you see what I mean. Next.